Okay, so if you have a VRod muscle and you haven't had this problem yet with your foot peg, you're probably going to. And what the problem is a really lousy design by Harley Davidson. It's the attachment of this shaft into the frame that holds the shifter lever. Let me show you what the deal is. So Harley Davidson, they have a single screw here. It's hard to see. That threads into the shaft. So what happens when you put your foot on the peg is it tries to rock the peg around, and since there's only a single shear joint on this little bolt here, let me dig it out of here, it breaks in two, leaving the other half in the shaft. This allows the peg to spin around, and in my case fall down like so, and worse yet, this whole thing can come out and wreak havoc. You can't shift. It's a royal pain. And then you have to drill the remainder of the bolt out of this shaft here. So that's what you end up with. So let me show you how to fix this. So I got this handy dandy little 90-degree drill head from Harbor Freight, 20 bucks. Put my drill in there that happens to be the same size as this hole for the bolt, and carefully drilled my hole through. And I needed, make sure that you pull these up out of the way before you do it, or you'll end up drilling through these electrical wires. So and then you can drill all the way through. Once you've done that, okay, so here's my setup for drilling through the peg. I've got it in a little clamp vise here, clamped to the drill press, and then I just got it all set up. Just drill right through, so it'll drill out the old bolt and drill out the threads to the size required for my my new bolt. Okay, so once you have that drilled, you reassemble both parts drilled, both the frame and the shaft. Had to go drill the remaining bolt out of the shaft as well. Then you can line those up and get a this is a 1/4 20 shoulder bolt, and you can drop it in. It'll go all the way through, and now you've got two bolt shanks rather than a bolt thread, trying to react the torque of your foot, just the weight of your foot on here, and hopefully it's definitely better than it was. Hopefully it'll be done for life. But an added benefit is, if this were to shear off and this comes out while you're riding, if you have a spare bolt and a spare nut, you simply pull all the parts out, stick your new bolt in, and you're off and running. You don't have to wait till you get home to drill out the broken bolt from the pedal. So that's the end of the story. Thank you very much. Okay, and that's how it looks in the end. I put the nuts on the top primarily because there's some wires down below. I didn't want to be chafing on the nuts, and I put two nuts, a lock nut and a regular nut, and I'm going to paint that. I'm going to paint all that black before I'm done. On the other side, I put the nuts down, mainly because I couldn't put the bolt up from the bottom side because of the brake cylinder. So let's see what that looks like. So that looks like a little cleaner installation. And then I put a shroud around my brake hose to keep it from chafing on the nuts. So I'm going to paint all that black too. So that's what I did.